and it was kind of just my last little you when I left. My name is Paul Hunt. I've lived here in Wyoming for the last 22 years. Before that, I kind of traveled the United States working on a seismic crew. So it's oil and gas exploration. They use P waves and S waves to shake the ground, and they read the data coming back from those shakes to look for rock formations that are liable to hold oil and gas. My family was dirt poor. I guess I was a welfare baby. I knew at a pretty early age that I didn't like it. So my whole goal was to get out of the house and go to work as soon as I could. Moved out when I was about 14 years old and have kept a steady job ever since, mostly in the oil and gas industry, from when I started seismographing about 15 and a half. One thing I would do is either finish high school or get my GED at a younger age to maybe make more opportunities available, or a trade school. You got to keep your head down and work hard. Like, I don't know that a lot of people understand what work ethic is and how hard work is. That, you know, they grow up and they think taking out the trash and shoveling the driveway is hard work and, you know, enough for the day. And to really understand what it takes to make a dollar, you know, and try to make little capitalists everywhere in the world would be a great thing. So I've worked in the oil field pretty much my whole life since I was a child. So I have to say, you know, I owe everything to the oil field. It's been a pretty hard life, but a good life. You know, you got opportunities to move up, all on what you learn. I don't really want for any much these days. I've graduated into a good position. So I guess I just kind of owe it everything, or I owe myself everything, one way or the other. So Little 58 started out as a small workover rig and roustabout company. When things kind of slowed down in some of those and I was just kind of ready for a change, I sold all my overhead equipment, and now I just do consulting business, which is well site supervision. It's kind of, I don't want to say babysitting because we're all adults out there, but it's just looking over several crews and watching work performed, make sure it's up to snuff for the company that we're contracting to. Honestly, there used to be a company called Big 85 that I worked for, a real good company. And as it happens a lot of time in the oil field, when things are up, somebody comes along, big investors with a lot of money, and they start buying everything up and trying to shove it together. And that happened, and so everything got shoved into one company, and then, you know, they try to cheapen everything up, which makes you go from the best company to the worst company. And it was kind of just my last little you when I left to kind of name it the same thing. I might have a different opinion on what blue collar is than a lot of people. You know, everybody thinks that you have to be out there welding or digging a ditch to be blue collar. And I really think you can still be in an office and be blue collar. The difference being blue collar people work as a group or work together to get something done, and white collar people, you know, ride the backs of others to make their money. So when you're working in society to better society, you're more of a blue collar person. And I think that's kind of what we need to do in society right now. We have a bottom third of people that really need to be lifted up, and we need to do that with, you know, a blue collar revolution.